guys, it's Katie here from Creativa, and I am doing another video today and another page in the album that I've been working on. So I'm making the Esencia album and we're up to the third page. So far we have made the cover and inserted the pages, and this is our first page here with some pockets and a flip and another pocket, and then that opens up, another pocket here, a corner pocket on here, and then this flips open as well with a double belly band in the middle. And I haven't put any inserts in yet, and I haven't done any embellishing, although I'm thinking there might not be much need for embellishing at this stage because, I don't know, it looks kind of pretty just like that. And then the second page that we've done so far is this one here, which flips out this way, and we have a flip here, a pocket here, and then a section here to insert some big photo mats. So today we are going to work on the third page, so we can just put this aside for now. I'm using the Esencia SVG files, which are a set of SVG files for making mini albums. I refer to this little booklet. It has a photo screenshot of all of the files. The blue sections are the actual pieces themselves, and then the pink pieces that are sitting on top are the mats, and I've given everything alphanumeric label just to make it easier to refer to. I'm also using these add-on pockets, which you don't need. They're exactly the same as the pockets in here, except they look like this. So you can put acetate or vellum. I'm using glitter cardstock this time. You could use normal scrapbook paper, foil, anything really. So they're just an add-on. You could make this whole album just using this because it has the same pockets in here as it does in here. Okay, so you don't need this, but if you can see, the N1 pocket here is also an N1 pocket here, so you can absolutely make the whole album without these, but I've got them, so I'm going to use them. And the pattern on these matches the pattern in this paper pack, which is called Shabby Roses, so I'm also using this one. And all these three are available in my Etsy store, and I'll put a link in the description box below if you're interested in any of those. So let's just get started because I blather too much at the beginning, I feel. I've already cut all these pieces out. I'll quickly go through them, but I have got a list. Here's my little list. I'll put this list of the pieces that I've used in the description box, so you don't have to try and remember which pieces I've used. And we'll just quickly go through them as well. So I always start with the L3 base page mat. We already have the base pages inserted, so we just need the mat. So this is my L3 mat. And then I have an N2 pocket. So this is the N2 pocket, which I've cut out of White Recollections cardstock. So that's a 65 pound, 176 GSM. And it already has the score lines on it because my Cricut does that for me. Did I mention the SVG files, the scalable vector graphic files? I can't remember, that you use for electronic cutting machines. Sorry. I'm trying to cut down how much I say, but I also don't want to not tell you everything. So anyway, I have one N2 pocket, and then I have the N2 N4 mats, and that's those two there. Then we have the T2 narrow pockets, and I have got one of those and two of the T4 mats that go on them, so that's those two there. And then I have three of the V1 pockets, which is this little collection of pockets here. I have three of those, and I have 5 of the V2 mats, so there's 5 mats here that I've printed and cut out. Oops, shouldn't be there. Then I have an X4 envelope flip and X8 mat that goes on top of it, so that's those two guys there. And then out of the Flourish, I have cut out an N1 pocket and the N3 mat. So I've already stuck the mat underneath to give it that window effect. I did that because I run around all these little bits here with my fine liner. I've got glue in here, so I run around this with my little fine liner, and then I attach the mat on the back like that. And it takes a bit of time, so I've just cut down on that. So N1 pocket, N3 mat, and then we have the W2 belly band with the W8 mat, which is this one here. And then we have an X4 envelope flip with the X8 mat, which is that one there. So those are all our pieces. So let's put that to the side, and I've got to try and remember what my plan was. I think I was obviously going to use this as a flip because it has a mat on both sides. And let me just bring my album back again. Okay, so we're going, this is the right hand page, and I want to remember that. So I'm thinking, do I want the flip to come from this side out or from this side out? I can do either. I don't know. Anyway, to make it a flip, we need to cut off some of these tabs. So I put the tabs all the way around so you can use that piece for multiple things. So it could be a pocket, it could be flipped this way, it could be flipped that way, it could flip this way, and we can also use it in the Esencia if we made a landscape album this way. But today we only need one side tab, so I'm going to trim that one, and that one off. And then while I've got it out, I'm going to have a look at these pieces here. So I have a T2, and I believe that I want to keep the bottom tab, but I'm going to cut off these three. So we can do that. And then on these V1 pockets, I'm going to have one in the middle and one on each side. And this T, we might keep this bottom tab because I'm going to attach that T2 piece to there. Where's that T2 piece? We're going to attach this one here. Oh no, we've got this tab, that's okay. That's going to flip down from there. So we can cut that tab off, and then if I cut this one off here and this one off here, we can use this one and this one. So then we don't need that one, or that one, that one, that one, or that one. Okay, so I've just lay it out and figure out which tabs I don't need. Okay, and then this little guy here, we are going to, look, I've got paper clips everywhere already. We're going to attach this one to the back of this one. So I want to cut off this top tab here because 2 tabs makes it a bit too bulky. Okay, and then this one is going to stay a pocket, so I think we can keep all of that, and that one's going to stay a belly band, so we can keep all of that. Okay, so let's just do some trimming. Whoop. Okay, there we go. So this is the only cutting we have to do, and we don't have to do any measuring, and the scoring's been done for me. So I'm just going to line up the score line on my scoreboard. I forgot to change out this thing. And then I'm going to move it over just as a smidge, a really small amount, just so it doesn't interfere with the way it's with the fold. So that's my plan for that one. And then I'm just going to go along with these and trim each of these tabs off in exactly the same way. So I'll just go away and do that, and when I'm done I'll be back because this could take a minute. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, I'm back and I have trimmed off all those tabs. I did make a late change though that I wanted to tell you about. So I have these 3v1 pockets, and I decided to, I cut off the tabs on 3 sides on those 2, and I just cut off one of the tabs on this one. So originally I was going to cut off more than just the one, but I'll show you why as we go along. So anyway, let's start with this piece. And I'm going to make it into a pocket. Originally I wasn't going to make it into a pocket, but then I had a late change. And you know, I'm female, I can change my mind. I'm allowed to. So, first thing I'm going to do is attach this X4 to the top of my pocket. So let's go ahead and do that. So this is the Flourish X4, and it's already got the mat on the back. I'm using my usual construction glue, Helmar's Tiger Grip. I just put it in a smaller bottle to make it easier. And it's got a bit of a gunky mess on top. Right, so I'm just going to put some glue on this tab. And stick her down. Just going to line it up across the top here. Badly. This glue just doesn't give me much time to think about it. Like so. Make sure it's lined up. It's a little bit wonky. I can live with can I live with a little bit of wonky? I don't know that I can. Let's try again. See what I mean about how quickly this glue grabs? Ooh. Okay. Did I do better that time? Yes, I did. Okay. Excellent. Right, I'll just grab my, just wipe up a bit of glue with my little rag, trusty rag there. It's sticking to this paper as well. I haven't got my craft mat out because I keep cleaning it, but it doesn't seem to want to be clean, and I'm using this white cardstock, so I'm trying to keep my white cardstock clean. So now I'm just going to attach this guy here, this X4 piece that we cut the tab off, just to cover this side up and make it nice and neat. So I'll just pick that up and make sure I'm happy with how it's lined up. Perfect. Folds over nicely. Lovely. Make sure it's stuck down all the way around. Get the glue off my bone folder. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so then I'm going to grab all these pieces here. So this guy here, I'm going to attach to the side like so. Line it up on the edge and glue that one down. So let's do that. Bit of glue on that tab. And try and line it up on this edge. Oh, come on, Katie. There we go. Nope, still not right. Just struggling with this glue. I use it all the time, but for some reason I am really having problems. It's like it's extra gluey, extra sticky, which isn't a bad thing. Okay, like so. Okay, so it opens out that way. It's not very straight. I might have to trim it. I can see that it's a bit not straight at the bottom here, which wasn't fabulous. And I'm going to attach this one on this side, so let's do that. You know, if I'm not doing it on camera, I do take a little bit more time. So you should definitely take a bit more time. I did all right that time. Like so. Open that one out, and then this T2 piece here, So I've cut off the short sides and one of the long tabs, but this other long tab I'm going to attach down the bottom like so. And I'm a bit worried that it's not going to fit because I haven't done a very good job of lining things up. It's a little bit squishy. I might just take a little sliver off there. If I'd lined up this side properly, I feel like I would have done a better job. But let's just take a squidging off this edge. And see if that's going to work. Or if I have to take a bit more off. See, I have not lined that up very well there. I could probably manage actually, I can see exactly what's happened here. I've not taken enough off this side of this one. It's because I can't see the score lines, and I have this wonky cutting board which is not helping me very much just at the minute. The line goes off into the distance, but might have a little more success now. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling better about that. So then that should fold over, and this one's actually going to go on top, so it probably won't matter anyway. Okay, so I'm going to just fold that tab over and flip it to this side because I seem to be having more success lining things up that way. And put a bit of glue on this tab. I really need to change my board, my trimmer, because it's really making life difficult. Okay, so I've lined up along the bottom like so. So the idea is, let me get that gluey mess off there. This guy will flip in. This guy will flip in, this one will flip in, this one will flip up, and then this one will flip down, like so, and hold it all together. So that's pretty much complete, except I need to put a magnet on here. So let's go ahead and do that. Oops. I have some magnets from AliExpress. So I'm just going to pop a magnet here. Whoops, no I'm not. I'll pop a magnet there. And then I'll just use this piece of paper here. Stick one on top. And put a bit of glue on there. And then, whoops, flip this one over. Why are you being difficult? That's alright, yeah. Squash it down. Now this one's not stuck. Well, we are having some difficulties today, aren't we? Okay, there we go. Let's just check that. I heard a click, and no doubt this one's stuck again. I don't, look, I'm just having so much bad luck today. The glue won't stick when I want it to, and the glue will stick when I don't want it to, or something like that. Okay, we have a magnet there and there. Okay, then I think what I'm going to do is round the corners on all these pieces here, and then I just need to mat. So I think I will go away and do my matting as well, because that could take a bit of time. So then when we've done that, I'll come back and we'll put the rest of the page together. Okay, so I will see you guys again in a minute. Okay guys, so I'm back, and I've just matted up this little, I suppose it's like a little deconstructed envelope situation here that opens up like so. And I have also just put a little bit, I've put an eyelet in here with a little bit of seam binding and dangled some little beads that I made up on here. And of course we have the tabs on here so that we can also, when we put this on the page, we can have a tuck spot there as well. So my next plan is to put it on here, and I've decided, I think, that in the album I'm going to have it like the same as this page, so opening from this side like that. That's my plan. So why don't we just stick that in, hey? Let's move this out of the way. And that's what I'm going to do. Yes? Yes. Alright. So I'm just going to put some glue on this tab. This is that N2 piece. Some glue on here. And I'm going to line it up with this fold line here. Make sure it's lined up. And to give it a bit of a press with my phone folder. Make sure she's well stuck in. Wipe a bit of glue off. Okay, so on this side, I'm gonna round the corners. So let's start with that. Oops. I'm having lots of technical difficulties today. I should have rounded the corners before I put it in the book. What can I say? Okay, so I want to put this on here, and I think it's going to go down quite far down the bottom because I want to have room to put something behind it. So the first thing we can do is put the mat on, and I'm thinking I'm going to go the green mat on here. I feel like there's not enough glue up in that top corner. Are you sticking down up there? Right, so let's round these corners. Before I stick it down though, I do have this bit of seam binding. I want to do the same thing and tie the pages together because, I don't know, for this album that's just the kind of closures that I'm feeling like I want to go with. So, I'm just going to find the center so I can sort of get right where I'm going to put this guy. And stick it down like so. I feel like I might just trim that little bit that's hanging off there. There, wasn't sitting very flat. Okay, and then with my other glue, I'll put this mat on. Oh, my chair keeps squeaking too. So many technical difficulties. Pop this one down. Easy peasy. Okay. Make sure it's well stuck there. Glue coming out the top. Okay, and then I'll just stick some glue on these tabs and pop this guy down. Sounds pretty windy outside today. Sun's shining though. Okay. I'm just trying to even out my glue a little bit. Okay, all right, where are you going to go? Down the bottom, about there. Looks pretty good. Yeah, and she's down. Alright, glue in there as well. And I'm just going to give this a good press. I might open it up. I'll give it a good press down here where those tabs are underneath. And close it up. That looks sweet. Oh, glue. Okay. Alright. I just put a bit of the paper off there, but I don't think you're going to notice too much. Alright. So then, if we flip that one over, I might start by sticking down this other bit of seam binding before I forget. So I was just going to trim this one in half. And so this one I'm going to stick down here. So that's about centre there. Put a bit of glue on here. And stick this side down. Okay, right. I always forget about that, so I thought I'm just better do that before I forget. Right, so on this side now, probably shouldn't have put all that bulk on beforehand. We have a mat stuck under here. I'm going to put down on there. This mat here is going to go here. Then I'm going to use this as a pocket on this side and this as a belly band across the middle. That's the plan. So let's just do it. Okay, bit of glue. So this is the N4 mat. It's going on the N2 pocket, which is now flip. I'm really enjoying these colours and this, I don't know, the clean look of this album without any inking. I never do that, so this is pretty different. And that's why I decided I was just going to go with white seam binding as well, just keeping it really nice and clean, at least trying to. Anyway. Okay, so then this guy here is going to be a pocket. So one of these edges I'm going to fold in and just glue straight down. And that will be sort of a reinforced edge for our pocket. Just move you to the side for a second. Glue you down. And wipe up that glue mess. Okay, then I'm going to bring this one back. And I'm going to fold these other tabs in. Pop some glue on those. And make this a pocket. Like so. Okay. So I want to keep it a little bit away from that fold so that it doesn't interfere, which is exactly what I just didn't do then. Make sure that folds over. Yeah, okay. That'll do. I'm just going to give that a good burnish down there. Oh, shush chair. did not put enough glue under here. I'll tell you what, I'll come back and do that later because it's going to take a little bit of time to sort out. But so that's our pocket there. Nice. Okay, and then this guy's going to go down the middle, so I think I'll just attach this mat straight on. This is our base page mat, the L3 mat. Come on, glue. Okay, pop that one down. Looks good. A good burnish around that bit of seam binding. There we go, and then all that remains is to put this little belly band on and get that gluey mark off. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this guy down, and I'm just going to, I think, go with where that seam binding is and hope for the best, like so. I think so. I think that's the way to go. That one. And this one. Like so. Probably should have left a bit more room with that, with this guy here, but you know how it is. Looks like it's going to be okay. Alright, and then here. And I need to put some glue under there. But that is that page done. So, yeah, I just need to put a bit more glue there. So then we can tie it up. And we have finished our third page. I think it's looking really nice. Of course, we still have to put the mats down the centre parts here, but I'll probably do that at the end. But so we've got 3 pages done. So thanks very much for joining me today, guys. If you're interested, you can pick up the Esencia SVG Files and the Flourish add-on window pockets, which are these ones here, on my Etsy store. And you can also pick this downloadable paper pack from my Etsy store as well. So you could make exactly the same album pretty much if you wanted to. Anyway, thanks very much for sticking around today and enduring my technical difficulties. I'll try and remedy some of those before the next video. Be great if you subscribe to my channel so you can see any of the new videos that come as they're being uploaded, and follow this series. And I thank you very much for your time today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.